Hello, this is Cheryl McCoy, and I am working on the video tutorial of what we see in Moodle MOOC 10. So when I open Moodle MOOC 10 up, this is what I see. I've already changed things around a little bit before we even started on this project, so I can see just what I need to see. Being a divergent leader, a divergent thinker, a divergent student, I will take one thing and think of all the other stuff that's related to it. And because of that, I have to minimize what I look at. And to do that, I took everything that was on the left, all the blocks on the right, and I minimized them. And they are right here, all along here. And you see there's a table of contents. So I can actually see what is over there if I want to bring any of them back. I've got overview and syllabus, badges and certificates, live online classes, announcements, introduction, the week 1 video tutorial tools, learning and teaching online, course design, blocks available to a manager, week 4 and 5 collaborative course design, manager of a Moodle site, certificate of completion, and open educational digital projects. So these are all things that I can enlarge, okay? And I can go right here and I can go undock table of contents block, or I can come over here and just click on one of them. Now this is to hide the dock panel. Well, I don't want to do that. I like the dock panel being here because sometimes I want to look at things and all I have to do is click on them and they open up. So all of those are over here. Here's navigation, dashboard, site home, my mail, my courses, all of it's right here. But I don't have to focus on it and be distracted by it. Now, if I wanted to, well, before I tell you that, I also do another thing. You see the little 4 arrows? That means that whatever I do next will shrink up this middle block, okay? So I'll show you how that works. That's shrinking up the middle block. All right, now I want to enlarge the middle block, okay? So therefore, there are no distractions. Now, we're working on Moodle MOOC. This is the last of the video tutorials for week 1. So I would go there. And once I'm finished with this tutorial, you see it, and it increases that middle block every time I go to a new place. When I'm finished with this tutorial, then I will move on. So we have no check in this middle thing, and that's what I'm working on. Using screencast, demonstrating what you see on the Moodle MOOC 10. So now your default Moodle MOOC 10 does not look like mine. You have all the blocks and you have all the information over on the 2 sidebars and then the block in the middle, blocks in the middle. So you can do that too, but you don't have to. Now then, after I finish here, I'm going to go to finish on learning and teaching online. That is week 2. All right, so we'll discuss authentic learning, and once you've read these, then you go to your post, and so I'll be doing those next. Now, that's week 2. There's everything I need, really, basically, to do my basic work is right here in the center. Also, Moodle for Teachers, Integrating Technology, that's your home button if you need it. These are my courses. These are things that I am working on about Moodle, Poodle on Moodle, Makerspace for the low resource class, Moodle MOOC 10, teacher practice area, EFL talks, answers, which is a really nice group of people if you want to get together with people who teach English as a foreign language. They do some really cool things. You can look them up on YouTube. Register. Okay, I'm already registered. Okay, and remember I use my Gmail. Courses. This will tell you all a variety of courses, list by course categories, Moodle for Teacher newsletter, Poodle practice area, WiseIQ practice area. This is pretty cool. If you don't have an account at WiseIQ, you can use this one and click in there and look what it's all about. Okay, basic questions about the site, FAQ, privacy policy, terms and conditions, contact, that's important. About the founder, that's important. Partner websites. Now this is something that's going to be useful for you later. We're going to use Mahara ePortfolio if you're not already on there. Integrating teach technology for active lifelong learning. Passionate about learning blog. Integrating technology hosting and consulting services. Learn English online. Moodle for kids. It's a nice, cute little place. List online courses, EduCourses, and WiseIQ. All right. You can donate, which would be very helpful. You know, these classes are free, but they do cost somebody money. So it's nice if we can help out periodically. This course, people, grades, databases, forms, group self-reflection, resources, social wikis, and WiseIQ classes. So let's go to people. What we see here. When you're in a Moodle MOOC, you will get a picture of your participants. And it's like a little database. Now, if you want, there are 125 total participants. This is our course, MM10 main course area. You can go to the other areas if you want to, but if you're not in them, it doesn't really matter. All participants, current role. Okay, it just says all participants. So if we go down here and we go to TPA for MM10, what that says, 125. Okay, so we're all using the teacher practice area this week, remember? Now, if you want to look someone up by the first name, like my first name is Cheryl, I would click on the S. If you wanted to look somebody up by their surname, their last name, then you would go to the first initial of their last name. I go to M. And then I could go to S for the first name. Okay, now I'm limiting my database information. So there are two people. One's me and one's Stefania Maffiola. I hope I didn't mispronounce that. Please excuse me if I did. So that's how you do that. Now we're going to go back to my courses. We're going to go to this course, forums. Okay, now these little boxes with arrows connected to them, all moving, the arrows move to the right. These are called breadcrumbs. And if someone talks to you about following the breadcrumb, like this is where we are right now, all right? This is like when you look up a file and then you have a file instead in a folder, and maybe the folder says student projects, and then the one file says XYZ student. That's what these breadcrumbs are. So forums, TPA for MM10, my courses, dashboard. Okay. So there you're going to search the forum, support for TPA, and there's one discussion. And you can figure that out for yourself. TPA for N. And you remember we talked about this. So this is where you're going. You pick one of these topics, and then you'll fill it in. And Dr. Nellie did a wonderful job about showing you how to do that. Okay. So that's another thing I see on MM10, teacher practice area. Once you've finished completely filling this out, let's just go to it, see what it is. See it. Okay. You're going to name it, and then there's information in it, and then you will turn editing on. That is always helpful. There we go. Here they all are. Okay, you've got topic 2. You could change the name of topic 2. You could change it to Cheryl Synopsis or something like that. And you'll go in and you'll do some work on this. Find activities, resources, all the things that Dr. Nellie said that we were going to find, and then you pull those together if you want to make some books or bring some files in. For instance, if your group is working on what some are working on sustainability, or maybe that's like how do we take food from the market to the school or from the farm to the school. That could be one area. It can be an activity. It can be something to read, but always be sure and cite your sources so that you don't have something that you've plagiarized. All right, so we're going to turn the editing off. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. When you're finished, like with Cheryl's synopsis, after you've been checked and you got your check mark for fulfillment of that part of the course, go in and erase yours, because you can see there's 40 topics and 125 people. And if you'll just erase yours after you're finished, then the other people can come in. Now, I think you should be able to save your files to your Moodle area or your portfolio, things like that, so you don't lose out on what you're doing. Turn editing off. Now we're back to the initial one. Okay. Topic 2, TPA. I'm going to go, oops, I guess I have to go to the dashboard. All right, and on the dashboard, it has a little bit of everything. This is where you will come a lot of times when you first log in. So let's go back to Moodle MOOC 10. See, there are those breadcrumbs. Now these are called just what you'd think they would be called, tabs. So these are tabs, like if you have a file folder drawer and you look in that file folder drawer, you'll have file folders, either hanging files or manila type files, and it'll have a label. Well, think about this like that office file folder drawer. There you go. Each one of these is a tab, and under each one there's information. Okay. Main Mary, okay. This is where the announcements are. So let's go back to where we began. You start at week 1 video tutorial. Okay, now I'm going to see if there's anything else that, yes, go to the bottom of the page. This is unread messages, things I haven't read yet. So I just got in here this morning and I'm going to be looking at each one of these to see if it's something that I might be able to help with, or somebody that I know is talking about it. And remember, you can click on the arrow below your name and then get into your profile, right? There's preferences. Remember, we talked about this in the first video. User, edit the profile, change your password, message, blog, badge. Okay, messages, private, forum, discussions, that's your discussions and your forum posts, course grades, badges, logout, and help. Okay, I think that's everything. Then these are apps that you can get and the social networks where you can save. Now, go on there. Remember, this is the video that explains how to do screencasting. Right here, you have a little introduction, and it says you need to have a headset, which you do. And then you can, if you don't want to talk, you can try these. That's what I did in the very beginning. I was pretty nervous. Text-to-speech.org, text to MP3 online, from text-to-speech.com. So each of these, like Screencast-o-matic, Slide Speech, they're free. And I believe at least one or two of these, if not all of them, are free. Going down, there's Slide Speech. This is what I used actually until this lesson, until this class. I really haven't, well, I did a little bit last class. I just was so nervous, I just couldn't do it. But over time, you get a little more relaxed because it's just like talking to your students. You need to just think of it in that way. And we're always comfortable with our students or your friends or someone else that you know very well. So I think that I have covered quite a bit of information. I didn't go into the profile or into the forum posts. A lot of that I've already done in the first two videos. So I'm not going to repeat myself. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you would subscribe to my channel, Into Teaching 2, and give me a thumbs up, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.